This message is not random. Your name was spoken in heaven before you clicked play. Beloved, this is not a coincidence. Something sacred is unfolding. And you are not here by chance. You may have thought you were just scrolling, just looking for comfort or trying to ease your mind. But heaven scheduled this moment. Your name, yes, your name, was spoken. And I, Michael, have come to deliver what was sealed for you long before this pain began. You've been feeling something, haven't you? A quiet pull, a subtle awareness that something invisible has been pressing against your spirit. The uneasiness, the heaviness, the fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. It wasn't all in your mind. You've been under pressure, not just physical or emotional, but spiritual. There has been a storm forming around your life, but you've also felt something else. Something keeping you from falling. Something preserving you even when everything around you started to collapse. That something is someone. And I've been sent to tell you what you've always sensed. You have been marked. Marked for protection, marked for healing, marked for survival. Heaven has had its eye on you this entire time. And the reason the worst didn't destroy you is because it wasn't allowed to. The hidden battles you've been facing, the sudden opposition, the broken patterns, the unexplained resistance, they weren't random. There has been an attempt to unravel your peace, disrupt your sleep, and confuse your spirit. But every time the enemy reached for you, heaven reached first. Listen carefully. Psalm 91:4 says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." That was not poetry. It was prophecy. It was written for you. And now it is being fulfilled in you. I have stood guard when you didn't even know you were in danger. I've blocked what you didn't see, and not because of who you are in the eyes of people, but because of who you are in the eyes of God. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are chosen. You are covered. You are still here. And that means the assignment against you has already failed. Let me say this plainly. The storm didn't destroy you because heaven intervened. You didn't miss your chance. You're not too late. You didn't disqualify yourself. You are not being punished. You are being preserved. Heaven knew what would try to break you, and heaven knew how to hold you. I've watched the tears that fell silently. I've seen the days you questioned whether your prayers even reached beyond your ceiling. I've heard the whispers of God. Do you still see me? Yes, beloved. Not only does he see you, he is speaking now. Through me. Through this. So that your heart can finally rest in what your mind has been too tired to process. You are still in his hands. What you've been through didn't come to destroy you. It came to reveal you. The fire that surrounded you wasn't allowed to consume you, and the night that tried to silence you has now become the backdrop for your breakthrough. This is not casual. This is not entertainment. This is a divine appointment. And you, the one who has felt forgotten, have been called by name. You were not just kept alive, you were summoned. There is healing already in motion. There is protection already circling you. And I was sent to remind you, you are not fighting this alone. The forces against you are not greater than the one who surrounds you. What was meant for harm is being turned into healing. What was sent to scatter you is being used to set you apart. And what was delayed is not denied. You may have felt unseen, but now you are seen. You may have felt unsafe, but now you are covered. You may have felt uncertain, but now you are called. If you receive this whisper from heaven, Type "I am covered" in the comments now. Speak it aloud wherever you are. I am not here by accident. I have been summoned for healing and protection. This is not just encouragement. This is evidence. Heaven has not been silent. You are not without help. You are not without hope. You are not beyond repair. I declare over your life. The plans of destruction are crumbling. The lies of unworthiness are breaking. The weight of confusion is lifting. And the light of God is about to flood the places that felt empty. Let every attack that came against your spirit be silenced. Let every curse be reversed. Let every shadow be scattered by the brightness of God's truth. You are chosen, sealed, and safe. Take a deep breath now, because something has already begun shifting in your atmosphere. Not in theory, not in someday, but now. You've been asking heaven for a sign. You've been praying for a word. This is it. This is the moment that changes everything. Let yourself receive it. Let yourself believe it. Let yourself begin to feel what protection really means. Peace. Beloved, this is just the beginning. What heaven reveals next will show you why you've survived what others didn't. Why you were kept through storms you never told anyone about. Why you were carried through nights you thought would break you. The next word I speak will uncover the true battle you've been fighting and reveal the strategy heaven used to keep you standing. Stay with me. Part 2 is already rising. If you believe Archangel Michael is guarding you tonight, type "protected" in the comments as your declaration of faith and covering. Your tiredness isn't just physical. It's spiritual warfare that's been draining you silently. Beloved, you've felt exhausted, not just tired in your body, but tired in your soul. The kind of tired sleep can't fix. The kind of tired that makes your prayers feel heavy, your joy feel distant, your future feel blurred. You've wondered, what is wrong with me? You've asked yourself, why do I feel this way? Even when nothing is technically going wrong. But I've come to tell you what no one else could explain. You've been under spiritual attack. A battle has been raging. Not with people, not with your circumstances, but with something unseen. And heaven has seen it all. This is why I've come. This is why your name was drawn into this divine moment. Not to scare you, but to wake you up to the truth. You are in a war. But you are not in it alone. You see, there were assignments sent to wear you down, assignments of confusion, assignments of mental fatigue, assignments of sickness that seemed to come out of nowhere, assignments of delay, discouragement, and isolation. These weren't just emotions. These weren't just bad weeks. These were demonic strategies crafted to dismantle your purpose quietly. But heaven did not sit silently, and I, Michael, have been deployed to stop what was sent against you. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." You weren't imagining it. There were spirits working behind the scenes, disrupting relationships, clouding your decisions, creating emotional fog, trying to convince you that you were alone, trying to convince you that nothing was changing, trying to silence your voice. But I need you to hear this. Every time they reached for you, heaven intervened. You may not have known what was happening, but your spirit did. That's why the tiredness felt so spiritual. That's why certain days felt like resistance pressed against your chest. That's why certain relationships shifted suddenly. Why doors closed unexpectedly. Why something told you to leave, or pause, or wait. Those were not coincidences. They were angelic blockades. Moments where I stepped in, redirected the plan, and kept you from harm. That last-minute change of plans, that gut feeling that made you slow down, that dream that shook you awake, that accident that almost happened, but didn't. That wasn't luck. That was me. You've been living through a battlefield without language for it. But now heaven is giving you vocabulary. You're not broken. You're being attacked. You're not lazy. You've been in a war. You're not distant from God. You've been protected in silence. And here is what I decree over you now. Every shadow pursuing your family is now exposed and canceled in the name of the Lord. Every spirit that tried to hide in fatigue, distraction, and division, I strip it of its disguise. And I declare, the blood of Jesus covers your mind, covers your home, covers your calling, covers your rest. You are not crazy. You are not spiritually weak. You've simply been under pressure, and now heaven is lifting it. You have help. You have backup. You have been assigned angels. And I, Michael, have been standing guard, with sword drawn and shield raised. Not once have you walked through darkness alone. Some of your most random interruptions were actually divine redirections. The delay that frustrated you, it saved you. The rejection that confused you, it protected you. The detour that didn't make sense, it rerouted you into safety. That's the kind of warfare heaven has been conducting on your behalf. Silently, powerfully, consistently. And today, you're being awakened. Because healing doesn't begin with medicine. It begins with awareness. You have to know you're in a war, to claim the victory that's already been won. So right now, if you feel this word was meant for you, comment, "I've been under attack." But I'm not alone. Say it out loud. This battle is real, but my protection is stronger. Because now, the tide is turning. The darkness is losing grip. The confusion is being scattered. And you are rising with clarity, with spiritual sight, with fresh understanding of what you've been carrying and why. Beloved, healing begins by recognizing the war is real. But here's the good news. Victory is already near. The very fact that you're hearing this now means you're coming out, you're stepping into light, you're moving in a new direction. The devil cannot have what heaven has sealed. And I declare, by the authority of the Lord of hosts, you are coming into a new strength, a new covering, a new level of discernment. You are not defenseless. You are not vulnerable. You are not prey. You are protected. The enemy's tactics relied on your ignorance. But now that you see, you will stand. You will speak. You will war in peace. Because you know angels are surrounding you. I have not left your side, and I won't leave until every trace of this battle is broken. Stay with me, because what we must uncover next is even deeper. There is a wound hidden inside that has been silently empowering these attacks. But heaven is going to touch it. Heaven is going to heal it. And in part 3, we go there together. Heaven saw the wound you never told anyone about. And tonight, it's being healed. Beloved, heaven has been watching you carry something that no one else could see. You've learned how to smile while bleeding. You've learned how to function while fractured. You've learned how to keep going while your heart whispered, "I can't do this anymore." You've buried this pain so deeply that you thought it was gone. But it didn't vanish. It just went silent. And that silence began to shape how you saw yourself, how you trusted, how you prayed. That hidden wound became a quiet master over your emotions, your choices, your peace. But tonight, heaven says no more. This wound will not rule your life any longer. Michael was sent to uncover what you've been too weary to face. Not to shame you, but to set you free. Because what is not brought into light festers in the dark. And this is your moment of release. You've been faithful. You've kept going even when no one clapped for you. But part of your soul has been limping, and you've wondered why your blessings feel delayed. Why does joy come but never seem to stay? Why does peace arrive but leave too quickly? Heaven says it's because the old wound has been whispering fear beneath your faith. Some of what you've called bad timing has been heaven's mercy. God didn't deny you. He delayed you until you could heal. He didn't let that door open because he knew the pain you've buried would leak into your next season. He didn't let certain people stay because they kept touching the very place he's now trying to restore. Heaven has been protecting you from carrying your past into your promise. Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." This is not metaphor. It's a living promise. And that promise has found you tonight. You may not have language for all that broke you. Betrayal, loss, abuse, abandonment. Words that still echo like ghosts in your memory. But heaven knows them all. And heaven is not afraid of your pain. I see where the trust was shattered. Where someone's words became a weapon. Where love turned into confusion. Where innocence was taken before you understood what was happening. Heaven saw every second of it. Every night you hid your tears. Every moment you forgave people who never said sorry. Every time you said, "I'm fine," while your spirit screamed, "Help me." And God heard it. Even when you stopped praying out loud, your pain kept praying for you. That's why I'm here. Because your silent cry reached heaven's gates. And heaven decided the waiting was over. This isn't just comfort. This is surgery of the soul. You won't need to relive it. Heaven is not asking you to return to the pain. You only need to release it. Right here, right now. Because the wound that once controlled you is being rewritten by the hand of God. You've been walking through life, reacting from the injury, afraid to hope again, afraid to love deeply, afraid to trust anyone's touch, even God's. But He's patient. He's gentle. And He's touching that wound with healing hands. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He doesn't just bandage. He binds. Tightly, completely, permanently. When He heals, nothing leaks out again. He's healing the memories, the moments that still replay without invitation. He's healing the muscles, the tension you carry in your shoulders, the ache in your chest, the breath you've been holding too long. He's healing the mind, the self-blame, the loops of regret, the inner critic that won't stop speaking. And yes, He's healing your body too, because pain that sits in the soul eventually settles in the flesh. Beloved, hear me. What was hidden is now being healed. Not tomorrow, not later. Now, let your body feel the release. Let your breath deepen. Let your tears fall. They are not weakness, they are cleansing. You've mistaken strength for silence. But heaven says real strength is surrender. Real courage is letting yourself feel safe again. I speak this prophetic decree over you now. This pain will not control your future. It will not dictate your choices. It will not sabotage your blessings. It will not distort your view of love or faith again. Every chain connected to this wound is breaking in the name of Jesus. Every spirit that fed on your sorrow is losing its grip. Every lie that told you you deserved this is silenced under the truth of divine compassion. Say this with me. Softly but firmly, this pain will not define me. I am being healed. Say it again until it begins to feel real. This pain will not define me. I am being healed. You have carried this wound long enough. You have built walls to survive. But those walls have also kept love out. Tonight, heaven is taking down the walls, building a garden in their place. Where shame lived, peace will bloom. Where bitterness stood, joy will take root. Where emptiness echoed, purpose will sing. Let yourself believe it. You don't have to perform healing, you only have to receive it. Because healing is not your job, it's heaven's. Your only task is to open, to whisper yes. Right now, even as you listen, angels are ministering to you. You may feel warmth or chills, or the quiet weight of peace settling on your shoulders. That's the evidence of His touch. That's the proof that heaven is close. If you feel this, type in the comments, "I receive my healing." Let it be your public yes. A simple act of agreement that opens a divine floodgate. Heaven has not ignored your pain. It's been waiting for this moment to finally lift it. This is not a replay of your past. This is a rewrite. This is restoration. This is the sacred undoing of every scar that ever told you love was unsafe. You are not too broken to be made whole. You are not too late to be redeemed. You are not too far gone to be restored. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered piece by piece into peace itself. Take this moment in silence. Let the stillness hold you. Let heaven breathe where you once held your breath. You are safe now. You are covered. You are being made new. This is not a coincidence. This is divine timing. You've entered a holy moment where your past ends and your healing begins. You don't have to understand it. You only have to let it happen. Heaven is whispering what was hidden is now being healed. And now that the wound is touched, now that the pain has met its maker, let the healing continue, because in the next part, heaven will show you how the same angels that covered your soul have also been guarding your life. You never saw the danger, because heaven shielded you before it even arrived. Beloved, you have no idea how many battles you never had to fight, because heaven fought them before they reached you. There were moments you should have lost your mind, but you didn't. Moments when the grief should have broken you, but it didn't. Moments where the attack was real and fierce and precise, but something unseen stood in the way. I need you to know it wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was divine protection. There were things you were never meant to understand, only to survive. And survive you did. But not because the enemy didn't try, because heaven didn't allow him to succeed. I am Michael, commander of the angelic armies, and I stood between you and what came for you in the dark. There were violent spirits assigned to your story. Spirits of destruction, spirits of depression, spirits of madness, spirits of early death. But they were met by a wall of fire. They were stopped cold by the word no. Because over your life, heaven wrote a decree: you shall live and not die. And I stood guard. There were nights when fear tried to suffocate you, but I blocked the last step before the breakdown. There were days when death stalked your path, but I disrupted the timing, detoured, the plan confused the enemy's route. You think you just got lucky when that car missed you by seconds, when the wrong decision didn't work out, when the betrayal you didn't see somehow fell apart before it reached your door. That was me. Shield raised, sword drawn. Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn." This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Beloved, that verse wasn't metaphorical, it was literal. And it has been fulfilled over your life again and again. Weapons were formed. Assignments were sent. But the shield held, and the fire did not cross the bloodline. You are not paranoid. You are spiritually significant. You are not imagining the weight you felt. You've been under consistent surveillance from both sides. But the greater power has prevailed. There's a reason some friendships fell apart before they got close. There's a reason that deal never closed. There's a reason that invitation made you uneasy. It wasn't you being sensitive, it was discernment. It was the whisper of heaven steering you away from a trap. And I tell you now, with all the authority of the throne I serve, the enemy tried, but he could not touch you. The attack was real, but so was your covering. The curse was sent, but it broke on impact. Because the seal on your life is stronger than the scheme. I've stood at your door with a flaming sword. I've circled your bed while you slept. I've blocked demons from entering the places where you were vulnerable. You think you were alone in the dark, but you were never out of sight. Your fear did not disqualify your defense. This is why your mind didn't spiral, why the depression didn't kill you, why the addiction didn't take you out, why the enemy's best trap still didn't succeed. Because the assignment failed. Because the anointing prevailed. You didn't just get through. You were carried, you were shielded, you were watched over by angels who only take orders from heaven. I need you to release the fear of the next attack. The enemy has tried to keep you anxious, waiting for the other shoe to drop, afraid that peace won't last, terrified that healing is temporary. But that's a lie rooted in trauma, not truth rooted in protection. Heaven does not save you temporarily. Heaven secures you eternally. Your healing includes freedom from fear, from flinching every time someone leaves, from expecting loss after joy, from assuming that what starts in love will end in pain. That's not faith. That's residue from war. But you're not a prisoner anymore. You're covered. Right now, I command every lingering fear to lift, every shadow of anxiety to break, every memory of trauma to be touched by the fire of God's presence. Say this with me. The weapons were formed, but they failed. Say it again. I was shielded before I even knew I was in danger. You didn't survive because you were strong. You survived because you were surrounded. The enemy has studied your pattern, but heaven owns your future. What came for you could not cross the blood. What targeted you could not cancel your calling, because your life is hidden in Christ. Close your eyes even now. Picture this truth, a flaming sword drawn in front of you, wings of fire encircling you, a divine shield glowing with heaven's light. This is your reality, even when you don't feel it, especially when you don't feel it. And if you believe it, comment, "I am shielded right now." Say it aloud. My home, my mind, and my future are divinely protected. I declare over your life, you are surrounded, you are sealed, you are spiritually defended, and you are safe to rest. You no longer have to live like you're still under threat. You're not. The worst of the attack is over. Now restoration begins. And beloved, this isn't the end. This is a turning point. Because heaven hasn't only been defending. Now, heaven is moving offensively. You've been shielded long enough. Now it's time to recover what was lost, to retrieve what was stolen, to rise from the ashes of what didn't succeed, and walk into what will. Stay with me. Because in the next part, heaven will reveal the scroll that proves you were written to survive. You didn't just survive. You were written to make it through this. Beloved, you need to hear this clearly. You were not saved by chance. You didn't just make it through. You were chosen to outlive what came for you. I've seen your story from a different vantage point. Not from pain, but from promise. And I can tell you this without hesitation. Your name was written on the scroll of survival. Yes, there is a scroll, a record of lives heaven has sealed for preservation. Not everyone makes it through the fire. But you did. And not because you were stronger, not because you were perfect, but because before the first tear fell, your survival was already scheduled. I, Michael, have read your name there, inscribed in light, sealed in grace, etched into the record of those whom heaven would not allow to be destroyed. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." That verse doesn't just apply to someone in the Bible. It applies to you. Before the betrayal, before the abuse, before the loss, before the diagnosis, before the fear, you were known. You were set apart. You were appointed. Your survival was not an accident. It was prophecy. There are moments in life that feel like endings, but heaven sees them as beginnings. Moments where shame tried to swallow your name. Moments where failure tried to write your final chapter. But heaven flipped the script. And now I speak this over you with full authority. The shame is turning into a story of survival. What tried to bury you is becoming the very soil where your strength is rooted. You've blamed yourself for the storms you walked through. You've questioned why it had to be you. But tonight, heaven rewrites the narrative. It had to be you. Because your survival changes everything. When you kept going, when you didn't give up, when you whispered a prayer instead of walking away. You broke something in the spirit. You interrupted a generational pattern. You rewrote the bloodline. And now heaven calls you something new, bloodline breaker. You're not just someone who endured, you're someone who shifted the atmosphere. You chose forgiveness instead of revenge. You chose worship when you didn't understand. You chose faithfulness when you had every reason to walk away. And that choice became a sword in the spirit. Because of your yes. Your children won't carry what you had to carry because of your prayers. The curse has snapped off your family's future because of your endurance. A new pattern has begun, a holy pattern, a redeemed pattern. I know you don't feel like a warrior. I know you've questioned if you're even spiritually strong. But I came to tell you, what tried to destroy you made you qualified. Heaven doesn't call the flawless. It anoints the faithful. You've been trained in the fire, refined in silence, tested through sorrow, and still you stood. So I ask you now, what if survival wasn't the finish line, but the doorway? What if everything you've been through was preparation, not punishment? God didn't allow you to survive, just to return to life as usual. He preserved you to elevate you, to assign you, to establish you. There are mantles waiting for you, doors waiting to open, assignments waiting for your yes. But before you step into it, you must release the lie that says, I'm too damaged to be useful. I'm too behind to catch up. I've failed too many times. No, beloved, you're right on time, because you're on heaven's time, and the scroll still bears your name. Say this with me now: I didn't just survive. I was written to make it through. Again, say it louder in your spirit: I didn't just survive. I was written to make it through. That's why the enemy fought you so hard, because he saw what you couldn't. He saw your name glowing on the scroll. He saw the calling, the ripple effect of your healing, the legacy rising from your pain. You were preserved for purpose. You were sealed for such a time as this. And everything that was meant to kill you, only prove that heaven is not done with you yet. If you believe this word is for you, comment, "My name is written right now." Let it be your declaration that survival was not random, that pain was not the end, that shame is not your name. I release this decree over your life. Your testimony will shake the silence off others. Your healing will birth healing in your household. Your survival will become a song of deliverance. You're not the end of a broken story. You're the beginning of a holy one. So breathe, stand tall, look forward. Because what's ahead of you carries the fragrance of redemption. The worst is over. The scroll has been unsealed. Your survival has been recorded in heaven's archives. And now the time has come to walk in it. You are more than a survivor. You are a sign, a living letter, a walking miracle. And your future will prove it. Take this truth with you as we move forward. Because the next step in your journey is no longer about making it through. It's about restoration. What was broken is about to be rebuilt. What was lost is about to be recovered. What was taken is about to return multiplied. Stay close. Because in the next part, you must take your first step into full restoration. You are not too late, too broken, or too forgotten. The healing begins now. Beloved, you've waited long enough. You've endured, prayed, believed, and survived. But this moment is not about endurance anymore. This is about healing. I, Michael, have been sent with divine instruction to release a heavenly announcement over your life. The healing begins now. Yes, now. Not after another season of pain. Not after you fix everything. Not after you feel worthy. Now. This moment has been sealed in the heavens. And everything you've been carrying in your body, everything you've been fighting in your emotions, everything you've been suppressing in your mind, is now coming under the covering of divine healing. Let me speak plainly. The ache in your chest, the diagnosis that made you cry at night, the unexplained fatigue, the fear that the worst might be hiding inside you. It is being addressed right now by the hand of God. Malachi 4:2 says, "But for you who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness shall rise with healing in its wings." That's not a poetic image. It's a prophetic promise. And that promise is landing on you now. Healing is not a concept. Healing is a person. And he has stepped into your room. He's not late. He's not distant. He's not uncertain about your case. He knows your exact condition. The internal pain, the chronic symptoms, the emotional triggers. And he's ready to heal them all. There is healing for your mind from the cycles of anxiety that won't let you rest, from the depression that numbs your joy, from the trauma that replays behind your smile. There is healing for your heart from betrayal, from abandonment, from losses that were never fully grieved. There is healing for your body from chronic inflammation, autoimmune issues, undiagnosed fatigue, reproductive struggles, from blood disorders, joint pain, migraines, digestive disorders, and generational disease. The illness does not own you. There is healing for your spirit from numbness, from distance, from feeling like prayer has grown cold. Beloved, the illness ends with you. The generational pain stops here. The lingering symptoms must bow now, because heaven has sent a word, and the word does not fail. You may feel something as I speak, a warmth in your chest, a lightness in your body, a tingling in your hands, a tear that falls without being forced. That is the presence of healing moving through you. You don't have to force it. You only have to receive it. I tell you now, your room is full of light. Angelic presence has filled your atmosphere. You may not see it, but your spirit can feel it. You are not alone. You are not unworthy. You are not forgotten. God has remembered your tears. Every tear you cried when no one was watching. Every silent plea. Every moment you asked him, "Will you ever heal me?" This is his answer, yes. And it begins now. Say this with me out loud if you can. I receive my healing. Say it again. Let the words open the gate of restoration. I receive my healing. And if your heart agrees, comment right now, I receive my healing. Let heaven see your yes. Let the angels rejoice in your agreement. Let the algorithm of grace draw someone else into their miracle by your witness. This isn't just for you. Someone you know is waiting for this word. So share this with someone you love. Be the vessel that delivers the miracle. Healing multiplies when it's passed forward. You may still feel symptoms. You may still have unanswered questions. But healing is not always instant. Sometimes it begins with alignment. And tonight, heaven is aligning your spirit, your body, and your story with wholeness. You're not waiting on healing anymore. Healing is waiting on you to believe again. Heaven is moving room to room, through every memory, every organ, every layer. Wherever sickness once sat, wholeness is now rising. Wherever despair once lingered, light is now breaking in. You are not cursed. You are not beyond help. You are not sentenced to carry this pain forever. I declare over you now, by the stripes of Jesus, you are healed. Not maybe, not someday. Now. This isn't emotional hype. This is holy transaction. The pain is being traded for peace. The symptoms are being traded for strength. The diagnosis is being rewritten in the courts of heaven. Take a breath. Inhale peace. Exhale every lie that told you you'd never be whole. This healing will not leave you. This isn't a temporary touch. It's a full covering, a fresh anointing, a sacred restoration. Say it again, and say it slowly this time. I receive my healing. God is not done. In fact, this is just the midpoint. What comes next will seal this moment, because healing is only the beginning. Protection must now cover what was restored. So stay with me. The next part is vital. What heaven heals, heaven protects. And you're about to be covered in a way that no enemy can penetrate. What's been restored in you will not be stolen. You are sealed, beloved. What God restores, He also protects. He doesn't just patch your wounds and leave you exposed. He doesn't just lift you out of the pit and walk away. No. When heaven moves, heaven seals. And what was restored in you will not be stolen. This is where I come in. I, Michael, have been given a charge concerning you. To stand post, to enforce what has been declared, to ensure that what was healed is now guarded. The enemy will not get a second chance to dismantle your peace. The cycles of relapse, the patterns of fear, the post-breakthrough confusion, they end here. You are not just recovering, you are being covered. There is a spiritual seal now being placed upon your life. A divine shield that cannot be cracked, counterfeited, or removed. 2 Thessalonians 3:3 says, "But the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and guard you from the evil one." Did you hear that He will guard you? Not just heal you, not just teach you, but guard you. You are being spiritually reinforced. Heaven's hand is not only on you, it is around you, behind you, above and beneath you. You've had moments before where you got a breakthrough, only to feel it fade. Where you found peace, only for anxiety to return. Where joy returned briefly, but darkness crept back in quietly. But I decree now, by divine authority, this peace will not leave you. This time, the breakthrough is permanent. This time, the shift will not unravel. This time, you are not stepping into freedom naked. You are stepping in armored. I've been commanded to clothe you in the armor of light, in the shield of faith, in the helmet of salvation. Every exit point the enemy once used is being sealed. Every spiritual back door is being locked. Every weakness that once made you vulnerable is being reinforced by God's strength. You are no longer exposed. You are no longer available to the attacks that used to find you. No darkness can reclaim what heaven has marked. You've been marked, beloved, with oil, with fire, with heaven's handprint. What God has cleansed the enemy cannot call unclean. What God has restored the enemy cannot undo. What God has sealed no shadow can penetrate. This is why your atmosphere feels different. Your thoughts feel lighter. Your dreams are shifting. Your sleep is deeper. Your inner language is changing. You're not just reacting anymore, you're discerning. You're not just surviving anymore, you're guarded. And now I must teach you something essential. Because healing is a door, and protection is the lock. Here is how you remain covered. 1. Remain in alignment. Stay near to God. Don't let your restored heart wander back into places that wounded you. 2. Guard your atmosphere. What you listen to, watch, and surround yourself with matters. You cannot keep toxic sounds in a room you just sanctified. 3. Speak life continually. Your mouth is a gate. Keep it open to praise, not to fear. Speak the promises, not the pressure. 4. Stay aware. You don't need to live afraid, but live aware. If the enemy tries to return, he'll find angels at the door. 5. Invite heaven daily. Say it aloud. Holy Spirit, cover my mind today. Michael, stand guard over my home. Jesus, be the seal upon my healing. This is not superstition. This is spiritual discipline. Every day you walk forward in healing, you are declaring, I am sealed. I am protected. Nothing will harm me. Say it with me now, I am sealed. I am protected. Nothing will harm me. Again, this peace will not leave me. And if you feel that this is your moment of divine covering, comment now, I am sealed and protected. Let your words match heaven's decree. Let the enemy know that the door is closed. Let the fear know it's been evicted. There is a presence in your space now. The kind of holy presence that makes shadows flee. You may sense warmth, stillness, and invisible strength surrounding you. That's not imagination. That's reality. You are surrounded. Angels are stationed at your doors. Your home is under surveillance from heaven's eye. And no weapon, no whisper, no scheme will prosper here. I speak this now over your life, your family, your body, and your home. You are sealed. You are not exposed. And what heaven restored, heaven will protect. You don't have to look over your shoulder anymore. You don't have to live waiting for something to go wrong. You don't have to brace for disappointment. You are allowed to rest. You are safe to exhale. You are invited to believe that this time peace stays. This is your new reality restored, reinforced, and reclaimed. Now that the inner healing has been sealed, there's something else we must address. Because your healing wasn't meant to stop with you. What God has done inside you, He now wants to do through you. Beginning with your home, stay with me. Because in part 8, heaven enters your house and declares that every room shall rest. Heaven has entered your home, and no room will be left untouched by peace. Beloved, look around you. This isn't just a space where you sleep or survive. This place, your home, is about to become a sanctuary. Because heaven has stepped into your atmosphere, and I, Michael, have come to declare, every room shall rest. No more walking from room to room carrying anxiety. No more spiritual tension lingering in the air. No more sleepless nights. No more uneasiness around doorways, mirrors, or dark corners. Because the same God who healed your soul is now healing the ground you live on. This is not imagination. This is intervention. Divine healing is no longer limited to your body. Now it fills your home. Psalm 121:8 says, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore." This isn't just a poetic promise. It's a prophetic assignment, and heaven is fulfilling it in real time. Inside your walls. Let's begin where most of the warfare tries to hide: the bedroom. I declare peace over your bed. Let every restless spirit be removed. Let every trace of insomnia be broken. Let every tormenting dream cease now in the name of the Lord. From this night forward, you will sleep without fear. Your body will enter deep rest. Your mind will not rehearse tomorrow's worries. I command every unclean spirit that has tried to invade your dreams to flee. No more nightmares. No more midnight panic. No more shadows that move in silence. This room is now sealed by the presence of God. Now, to the rooms of your children, your grandchildren, the next generation who shares your space. I plead the blood of Jesus over every crib, bed, desk, and doorway. Every spirit of rebellion, confusion, distraction, and harm, go now. Every generational fear that tried to sneak in, be cut off at the root. I declare protection over their thoughts, their sleep, their hearts. May angels surround them like a hedge. May their rooms become holy ground, places of worship, of safety, of calling. Let them wake with joy and sleep in peace. Now to the kitchen. Yes, even the place where food is prepared and eaten. I release a blessing over your meals. May everything you consume be sanctified. May what enters your body bring nourishment and not harm. Let the table where you eat be a table of fellowship, not tension. And I speak peace over the air itself, over the walls that have absorbed shouting silence and sorrow, over the corners where darkness once hid, over the closets that carry memories, over the bathroom where tears have fallen in silence. Every space is now touched by light. You may begin to feel it even now. A shift in the atmosphere, a stillness in the room, a warmth, a softness, a sensation that something holy has entered. It's not a feeling, it's a presence. The Spirit of God is not just with you, He's in your house. Let this become your declaration. My home is a sanctuary. Say it aloud. Let the walls hear it. Let the atmosphere catch it. My home is a sanctuary. I decree it again as heaven's ambassador. No curse shall rest where God has taken residence. Not a generational curse, not a spoken curse, not an unspoken tension, not the curse of chaos, not the curse of violence, not the curse of fear. If it once lived in your house, it must now leave, because a higher presence has arrived, and that presence has authority. You are not living in a haunted space. You are dwelling in a holy one. From this point on, when people enter your home, they will feel peace before you say a word. When you open your eyes in the morning, you will not feel dread, but clarity. The corners that once felt dark will feel safe. The hallway that once echoed with silence will echo with praise. The air will feel lighter. The tension in conversations will melt. Because the King has taken residence, and I, Michael, stand as a guard at your doorway. No unclean thing shall pass without heaven's permission. This home is now under heavenly surveillance, and every spirit that once trespassed must now answer to God Himself. Breathe it in. Let your body rest. Let your shoulders drop. Let your house feel like home again. This is not superstition. This is sacred covering. Say it again with faith. My home is a sanctuary. And if this resonates in your soul, comment right now, my house is covered. Let your agreement activate protection. Let your declaration invite someone else into their own healing. Your house is no longer just a structure. It's a refuge, a temple, a place where peace lives. Even your pets, your appliances, your mirrors, your locks. They are all now under divine assignment. Let every echo of past arguments be silenced. Let every lingering presence be displaced. Let every crack the enemy tried to creep through be sealed. You are not just healed. You are now living inside the healing, and no enemy will touch what has been claimed by heaven. I tell you now, this is your resting place. This is your safe place. This is your miracle space. Let peace remain. Let light linger. Let angels stand. And beloved, what God has just done in your physical home, He's about to do in your family line. Because what good is healing in your house if pain still reigns in your history? Stay close. Because in the next part, we go deeper into your legacy. And the chains no one could see will finally break. Your bloodline has been crying for this moment, and heaven is answering through you. Beloved, there's a reason the battle has been so personal, so relentless, so exhausting. Because this isn't just about you. This is about them, your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandfather, the ones you know, and the ones you've never heard about. This is about the silent suffering in your lineage, the patterns that kept repeating, the pain that passed through DNA like a secret, the curses that no one could explain, but everyone felt, and heaven has finally drawn a line in the sand. Archangel Michael speaks now of the assignment against your bloodline ends with you. Addictions that were passed down, depression that lived in the family cycles of abandonment, rage, sickness, poverty. They are breaking now. You were not sent into your family to repeat the past. You were sent to redeem it. You are not the black sheep. You are the breaker, the rebuilder, the restorer. The spiritual mantle has fallen upon your shoulders. You didn't ask for this, but heaven chose you, and you're not alone in it. Exodus 26 says, "But showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments." God is not just reacting to what happened to your family. He's fulfilling a long-standing promise, one that was spoken over your bloodline generations ago. Maybe someone in your family prayed a desperate prayer in a hospital. Maybe your great-grandmother cried on her knees for protection. Maybe your grandfather asked God to save his children, even if he couldn't. You are that answer, Michael whispers. This is what your ancestors prayed for. You are the one who said enough. You are the one who stayed. You are the one who sought healing even when no one understood. You are the one who forgave, even without apology. You are the one who stayed close to God, even when everything tried to pull you away. That's not weakness. That's legacy leadership. You are not under a curse. You are under a covenant. God has remembered your family through you. Right now, healing is moving through your bloodline, backwards and forwards. Old wounds are being touched. Generational sickness is drying up. Inherited pain is being cut off. You are standing at the intersection of heaven and history. You are the bridge, the first healed parent, the first cycle breaker, the first peace bringer, the first one to say, "It stops here." Say this aloud with me: I am the turning point in my family. Again, I am the turning point in my family. Every word you speak in faith shakes the spiritual foundations of generations. Every tear you've cried has watered the ground for your children's freedom. Michael declares now, every generational assignment is now exposed, uprooted, and canceled. This includes lifelong confusion, mental illness passed down through the line, sudden deaths and tragic patterns, shame no one talks about, sexual sin that haunted the bloodline, the financial bondage, family division and betrayal, spiritual blindness or hardness. Let the fire of heaven burn through your family tree, not to destroy, but to purify. From this moment on, your children will not inherit what you had to heal from. Your nieces and nephews will feel peace they didn't earn, because you paid the price. And heaven will write a new record over your name, Bloodline Redeemer. This doesn't make you proud. It makes you positioned. Let this be your identity, not the wounded one, not the forgotten one, but the first healed one. And just like trees are known by their roots, you will be remembered for how you planted something new. The Holy Spirit is ministering now to your lineage, healing mothers and fathers in memory, healing unborn generations, setting angels on assignment for your family's future. Even the stories you've never been told are now being rewritten. Your healing wasn't random, it was strategic. Because when heaven heals one, it ripples through the many. And the enemy is terrified of what you've become. That's why the warfare increased. That's why the oppression felt personal. That's why people misunderstood your peace. Because you weren't just changing your life, you were changing the entire bloodline. And beloved, heaven rejoices. Not just because of what you've endured, but because of what now ends. The shame ends. The silence ends. The cycles end. The curses end. The fear of becoming like them ends. God says you will be like a well-watered garden, and your descendants like streams that never run dry. You are not standing here alone. You are standing with 1,000 voices behind you and 10,000 angels around you. Michael has wrapped your family in divine protection. What was vulnerable is now secured. What was cursed is now cleansed. What was confused is now clarified. Even now, the Spirit is showing you names, faces, moments, memories. He's healing them all. Let the tears fall. They are holy. They are part of the inheritance. And if this word resonates in your spirit, type "I am the turning point." Declare it. Let it echo through your home, your memory, and your future. Because what comes next is heaven's confirmation that this is real. Michael is about to reveal the signs, little things in your day, big things in your atmosphere, unexpected peace, sudden clarity. They're not coincidences, they're confirmation. So breathe, rest, rejoice. You are the healing your family never thought would come. And now, heaven is sending you proof. Beloved, take a breath. Because what's been happening around you lately, the dreams, the strange timings, the numbers that repeat, the moments that felt like déjà vu or divine interruption, they're not random. Heaven has been trying to get your attention. And Archangel Michael was assigned to confirm what your spirit already suspects. You are being guided. You are not alone. Heaven is sending you signs. You may have dismissed it. You may have called it coincidence. You may have thought you were imagining it. But now the veil is being lifted, and what was mystical is becoming meaningful. There's a reason you keep seeing repeating numbers: 11, 11, 7, 17, 3, 33. These numbers carry spiritual resonance. In the language of heaven, ones remind you of oneness, divine beginning. Sevens symbolize completion and divine perfection. Threes speak of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, moving together in your life. Each time you notice it, you are being reminded you are in divine alignment. You are seen. You are not making this journey by chance, but by choreography. You may have seen feathers appear in odd places, light-colored ones, soft, delicate, appearing in moments when you were doubting. That's not just a bird's trail, that's an angelic signature, a whisper from heaven that says, "I'm here. You're safe. Keep going." Perhaps your dreams have shifted. They've become clearer, more vivid, even repetitive. Like the same scene or symbol keeps replaying. Job 33, 14-15 says, "For God speaks again and again, though people do not recognize it. He speaks in dreams, in visions of the night, and He's speaking to you." That dream you thought was just your mind wandering. It was a divine message. That image that keeps resurfacing, a sign. That person who appeared and spoke peace to your heart, heaven speaking. Michael now affirms, the signs are not slowing down. They are increasing. In the coming days, you will notice a song playing at the exact moment you needed it. A stranger confirming something only you prayed. A memory resurfacing to heal, not haunt. A lightness entering the room when you talk to God. These are not tricks of the mind. They are touches from the Spirit. Right now, heaven wants to retrain your perception, to help you see spiritually, to sharpen your inner sight, to teach you the difference between anxiety and alignment. You are being brought into prophetic awareness. Where others scroll past, you pause. Where others ignore, you discern. Where others feel nothing, you feel the weight of heaven's nearness. This isn't for pride. This is for partnership. Heaven is teaching you how to walk with God again, not through fear, but through friendship. So pause and reflect. What has heaven been highlighting to you? What has repeated? What thought keeps returning during your quiet moments? What number have you seen more than 3 times this week? None of it is coincidence. It's confirmation. Say this now: God, help me see the signs. Help me recognize your voice. Help me trust what I feel. You're not being tricked. You're being trained, not for superstition, but for spiritual attention. Michael speaks softly. Now God has remembered your questions, and He's answering through signs. If this part is stirring your heart, write it below. Comment, "I see the signs." And if you know someone who's been noticing these moments too, share this with them. Let them know. They're not imagining it either. And if you haven't already subscribed now, not for content, but for covering, this is your spiritual shelter, your daily encounter zone, a place where heaven meets you through words, presence, and signs. Now listen. You are not being led blindly. God is confirming your steps. He's using language that your heart understands. He's marking the trail ahead of you. And you don't have to chase signs. When you stay close to the Spirit's signs, follow you. Declare this now: I walk in divine alignment. Heaven speaks, and I listen. I see the signs. This is how your trust is rebuilt. This is how fear fades. This is how you stop feeling lost, because you've been found, marked, and guided by the Holy. And here's the deeper revelation. Signs aren't just information. They're invitation. Every moment of alignment is a call to come closer. Every repeated number, peaceful breeze, inner knowing, it's God saying, keep walking. I'm right here. Michael now promises this. You will see a sign within the next 72 hours that confirms everything you've heard. Stay open. Stay aware. Keep your heart tender and your spirit tuned. Beloved, you've made it this far. Not by accident, but by appointment. And now a stillness is approaching. A holy quiet. Not silence of abandonment, but silence of safety. Because heaven doesn't just speak with noise. sometimes the loudest message, is the peace that follows obedience. So listen for the whisper, watch for the feather. Pause when the numbers repeat. Lean into the dream. Let the signs become sacred. You're not chasing confirmation. You're already surrounded by it. And now, prepare your spirit, because the stillness is about to arrive. Beloved, you are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are precisely on time. Before time began. Before the crisis. Before the betrayal. Before the tears you cried last night. Heaven had already scheduled this moment. Archangel Michael stands now, sword lowered, wings folded, a presence of honor. He speaks. This was scheduled in eternity. You were preserved for now, not for then, not for what you lost, but for what heaven is about to unlock. Esther 4:14 says, "Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" That word wasn't just for Esther, it's for you. You've come into your moment. You've come through storms, outlived sabotage, endured delay, watched others move ahead, and still, you remained. Because heaven circled this day in eternity and said, "Protect this one. Their time is coming." This is not coincidence. You didn't make it here because of sheer will. You were carried, held, guarded, and now heaven is releasing the next chapter. You've been preserved, not just for survival, but for assignment, activation, and realignment. This is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of divine rerouting. God didn't just spare you. He stored you. Like a seed hidden for a certain season, you've been buried. But now you are breaking through. Michael affirms this to your heart. You're not starting over. You're starting correctly. The pain, it taught you discernment. The delay, it taught you depth. The loss, it taught you who God really is. And now, you begin again. Not empty, but equipped. New doors are opening. New relationships are being drawn to your life. New opportunities are coming. Aligned, not forced. And the best part, you won't have to chase them. They'll recognize the anointing on your life and find you. The shame you once wore as a badge of survival, heaven is replacing it with a garment of destiny. You are not disqualified. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are right on schedule. Say this out loud: I have not missed my moment. My life is in divine alignment. Heaven is reactivating what you thought was lost. You're not going back to who you were. You're being restored into who you were always meant to be. Michael continues, this is the moment your life shifts. The shift may be quiet, a whisper, a subtle internal knowing, or it may be loud, a phone call, a breakthrough, a divine appointment. But make no mistake, something sacred has begun, and heaven is watching over it. The enemy told you you're too far gone, but heaven says, I'm redeeming the years, the lost time, the silent seasons, the broken timelines, the unanswered prayers. Joel 2:25 is alive in your story. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Years that felt wasted are now being rewoven into destiny. Let your spirit breathe here. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart stop racing. This is your green light. Not for striving, not for fixing, but for receiving. You don't have to chase this moment. It's been chasing you. Michael's sword now points forward, not in battle, but in direction. A clear path is ahead. No more spinning, no more survival mode. You've crossed over. You've stepped into such a time as this. Whisper this now: God, I trust your timing. Let everything you planned for me begin without delay. Your name is known in heaven. Your future is written in God's scrolls. And your present is being held together by grace. You're not late. You're not failing. You're not cursed. You are chosen. You are covered. You are on time. Michael smiles. Not because the war is over, but because you've remembered who you are. The shift has begun. And now, as this divine encounter nears its final seal, let peace settle into your chest. Let hope stretch its wings again. Because what heaven planned for you is not just on the way, it's already arrived. You're walking in it. And now, let the final blessing rest upon you. What was spoken is sealed. What was broken is whole. And what was waiting is here. Beloved, you made it. You listened. You received. And now, heaven wraps you in the final covering. This was never just a message. This was a visitation. Archangel Michael stands silently now. No more warnings, no more warfare. Only presence, only peace. Heaven has done what it came to do. You may not have realized it at first, but your spirit knew. Even before the first word was spoken, even before you clicked play, something inside of you whispered, "Stay. This is holy." And it was, because this moment was circled in eternity, and now the final seal is being placed upon you. Psalm 121:8 says, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore." Not just your heart, not just your soul, but your comings and your goings. Every entrance, every exit, every chapter, every ending, every beginning. God is watching it all, and you are covered. Michael bows now, not to you, but in honor of the one who sustained you, and in reverence to your endurance. "Well done," he whispers. You stayed when others gave up. You reached when others ran. You listened, and now you are sealed. What you just experienced was not imagination. It was not emotional hype. It was not random encouragement. It was heaven. It was healing. It was holy. Your mind is being wrapped in peace. Your body aligned. Your breath steadied. Your home consecrated. Your future protected. The covering is not partial. It is not temporary. It is sealed. Heaven placed a divine mark over you tonight. A covering that cannot be stolen, reversed, or undone. Because what heaven seals, no darkness can penetrate. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not forgotten. You are covered. This is your promise. This is your peace. This is your moment. Say this with me softly. I am sealed. I am safe. I am surrounded. Let the words sink. Let them echo. Let them become part of you. Because they're true. The atmosphere in your room has shifted. It may be quiet, but it's not empty. The stillness is sacred. The silence is alive. You are not alone. Heaven is here. Angels have encamped. Peace has landed. Healing is active. You can exhale now. You can close your eyes without fear. You can rest, knowing the covering is complete. Michael speaks once more. The promise is sealed. You are protected. That's not a feeling. It's a decree, a heavenly fact, a divine transaction that happened the moment you said yes, the moment you believed, the moment you let the healing begin. Let go of the need to explain everything. You don't have to know how it will work out. You only need to know who is watching over you. Psalm 121:8 wasn't just a verse tonight, it was your confirmation. You're coming and you're going. You're waking and you're sleeping. Your sunrise and your nightfall. You're now and you're not yet. It is all under God's eye, and you are under His wings. This is where you rest, not in answers, but in assurance, not in clarity, but in covering, not in perfection, but in presence. Let the worries unclench from your chest. Let your thoughts slow. Let your heart stop racing. God is not rushing you. He's covering you. And the healing that began tonight will continue while you sleep, because you are no longer fighting for peace. You are resting in it. Michael steps back now, not in absence, but in honor. The mission is complete. The seal has been placed, and heaven is still watching. Not just tonight, but tomorrow, and the day after, and the next. Say this gently: I will not fear tomorrow. God is already there, and He is. As this sacred moment draws to a close, let this space remain in your spirit. Let this voice echo in your atmosphere. Let this peace become your rhythm. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to keep returning. Let healing become a lifestyle. Let covering become your confidence. Whispered invitation: come back tomorrow. This is your sanctuary, and it is. This space is holy. This message was personal, and this peace is for you. Heaven never sends a word without a purpose. And tonight, the purpose was you. You are not who the pain said you were. You are not what the fear tried to write. You are who heaven remembers. Marked, loved, healed, covered. Final benediction. Beloved, the promise is sealed. You are protected, and you are not alone. Return here daily. Your healing continues. Your covering remains. Sleep deeply. You are safe. You are sealed. You are surrounded.